You're watching Poland Daily Business, and we return to these early days of the Russian aggression on Ukraine. Millions of people moved, rushed out of their homes to the border of Poland, Hungary, Romania, and also, obviously, the Indian student. The person who very much organized that exodus was Rao Maddukuri, our guest now. Sir, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Rao is a person who organized also Polish-Indian Business Council. One of the aspects of this evacuation was the situation when we had news from the world about the Ukrainian and Polish racism, because allegedly the Ukrainians let white people through the border and stopped the colored ones, black students, Indian students. What was unusual is that this news was very quickly extinguished, so to speak, in the media and vanished. So first of all, how did it came? How did it appear in the media?
I mean, there was, I think, some misunderstanding because of the decree from the President Zelensky that, men need to go to the war, and then women who are doctors and nurses, they have to also remain in Ukraine. So because of that, Ukraine said they had to. It took them a long time to process the verification process, right? But nobody told this information to anybody, right? So that is one misinformation, I believe, misunderstanding. And the second one is...
So just a stereotype on the side of journalists who, when they see anything, they try to put it into the cliche of their faulty thinking.
One parliament member in India, unfortunately, she also, spread wrong information saying that Poland is not helping when Poland is helping a lot. So I reached out to the parliament member's boss, saying that, please discipline her, because this is not acceptable, So luckily I had access to that, I had the telephone number to that gentleman, through a friend of mine. So we sent a message that you should not do this, because this is not going to help to evacuate Indian students, rather than it's going to harm.
And also the media reported on that very, very heavily.
Yes, some of the media. So we reached out to them as well, saying that giving them factual information, nothing, right? So
nothing special.
Nothing special. Just give them factual information, because I was on the ground, on ground zero, facing the real situation.
There's another context of this, because at the time when this evacuation was organized with huge amount of effort from India government, your personally, Polish embassy, Indian embassy in Poland, and Polish authorities, you had the election campaign in one of the most important states in India.
Yes, there was election in Uttar Pradesh state, obviously, and then this is at the height of that election time. This evacuation was happening also at the same time. But the government of India has always taken care of the Indian nationals, whether it was in Yemen or in Iraq or in Afghanistan. So it's nothing special. It was not done anything differently this time as well.
Right. If you look at India, because we don't normally see it in Poland like that, this is the world power. This is the country that has its citizens in every single country, and most of the citizens are very well sort of located, well off. The businesses are running, and they are in the high circles, as you are an example of Poland.
Law-abiding people.
Law-abiding people, yes.
Yeah. And we have the prime minister, the potential candidate to be the prime minister of UK, also Indian origin.
Right.
Mr. Rishi Sunak.
Mr. Rishi Sunak, who also has some Polish experiences, as far as I know.
Yes, his parents were in Poland, and also his in-laws. In 2015, they came to attend a conference which I organized with AGH and Małopolski region, Poland-India IT Forum. So I was fortunate to host them 3 days and show them Poland, and also we went to Zelazowola to...
So let us return to the beginning of the conversation, the evacuation of the students and the propaganda. How was it resonating in the Indian media? This is the last question, very, very
I
quickly.
mean, initially there was also a lot of misinformation and fake information spreading that Ukraine is not helping and others are not helping. But that when the evacuation happened, right, when this situation,
When the people arrived, they starting to tell their stories, right?
it quickly changed.
Was it a big story in India?
Yeah, it was huge. Yeah, 22,000 people, right, was stuck.
To what degree the war in Ukraine is a news in India? Is it still, or is it just faded away?
Yeah, it is still a news, right? But yeah, India is interested what is happening. Indians are interested to see what is happening. But always India had a very close relationship with Russia, right?
Russia,
we cannot
yes.
deny that, right? It is historical and it's the factual, right?
Yeah, and that explains a lot. But that's a different topic, and our time is up at the moment. Rao Maddukuri, so thank you very much for this conversation. That's a very interesting topic of the Polish-Indian cooperation. We will follow that story in the next edition of our program, Poland Daily Business.